A Round the World in 80 Days, written by French author Jules Verne and published in 1872, is a story about a man who risked his entire fortune to prove that determination can conquer the impossible. This classic book explains how courage, faith, and love can teach us what truly matters when we dare to chase our dreams. The story begins in London in the year 1872. The city is alive with the noise of trains, ships, and the excitement of new technology. The world feels smaller than ever before, yet for most people, a trip around the globe still seems impossible. That's when we meet Phileas Fogg. He is a gentleman of strict habits, known for his calm precision. He keeps his life in order the way others keep timepieces. People at his club think of him as a mystery. No one knows his past, his family, or his secrets. They only know he is always exact. One day in the company of other gentlemen, Fogg makes a daring claim. He insists that it is possible to travel around the world in 80 days. His companions laugh at the idea. They say it cannot be done. But Fogg, with his quiet confidence, places a wager. He bets half his fortune that he will succeed. The sum is enormous. The challenge is insane. And yet Fogg sets off the very same evening to prove it true. He is not alone. By his side is his new servant, Jean Passepartout. Passepartout is French, light-hearted, loyal, but often clumsy. He had wanted a calm life, working for a steady master. Instead, on his first day, he finds himself boarding ships and trains, dragged into the wildest adventure of his life. Together, they set off, racing across Europe, Asia, America, and back again. Their route is a patchwork of steamers, trains, carriages, and even an elephant. Every leg of the journey is a battle against time. They face storms at sea, broken tracks, missed connections, and constant delays. And through it all, Fogg stays calm, always certain, always precise. But the journey is not only about the clock. A shadow follows them. Detective Fix is convinced Fogg is a criminal. He believes Fogg robbed the Bank of England before setting off on this sudden trip. Determined to arrest him, Fix follows them from country to country. He plots, he deceives, he waits for his chance. At every turn, Fix adds tension, making the reader wonder if Fogg will be stopped not by storms or bandits, but by the law itself. In India, the story takes one of its most powerful turns. Fogg and Passepartout encounter a young woman named Auda. She is about to be sacrificed in a cruel ritual. Fogg, normally so detached, decides to act. With courage and precision, he rescues her. She joins them on their journey, grateful and fascinated by this mysterious man who risked everything to save her. From that moment, the adventure gains a new heart. The trio continues through Asia. They face delays in Hong Kong, where schedules collapse and ships depart without them. In Japan, they scramble to keep moving forward. Everywhere, Fix lingers in the background, sometimes helping, sometimes harming, never far from their path. In America, the adventure explodes into action. They board trains that cross vast landscapes through snow and plains, where herds of buffalo block the tracks. Bandits attack. Passepartout is taken. Fogg, who had seemed so cold, shows his true spirit. He risks everything to save his servant. What began as a wager now feels like something larger. It is no longer only about money. It is about loyalty, friendship, and courage. When they finally reach New York, the worst seems to happen. The ship they need has already left. The bet seems lost, but Fogg does not give up. He buys another ship. He spends what remains of his fortune. When fuel runs out, he orders the crew to burn the ship itself, tearing down cabins and masts piece by piece, just to keep moving forward. It is an unforgettable image. A man so determined that he would destroy everything to reach his goal. At last, they return to England. London is nearby. Victory is close. But then Fix strikes. He arrests Fogg, believing him still guilty. Hours are lost. The real thief is discovered, and Fogg is released. But by then, it seems too late. He returns home defeated. He believes he has lost both the bet and his fortune. In despair, Fogg tells Auda that he has nothing left. But Auda, with courage of her own, tells him she loves him. She asks him to marry her. For the first time, Fogg is shaken not by time but by feeling. He accepts. It is a moment of quiet triumph, more powerful than any wager. And then, the miracle is revealed. Passepartout, arranging the wedding, realizes they gained a day. By traveling east, they circled the globe and crossed the international dateline without noticing. It is not Sunday as they thought. It is still Saturday. There is still time. Fogg rushes to the Reform Club and arrives just in time to win the bet. He has completed the journey around the world in exactly 80 days. He has kept his word. He has won the wager. Yet the money no longer matters. During the journey, Fogg has found more than fortune. He has found friendship in Passepartout, love in Ouda, and purpose in the act of living, not just counting the hours. And that is the heart of the story. Jules Verne gives us adventure in every chapter, with storms, kidnappings, bandits, and daring rescues. But what makes the book unforgettable is not only the race against time, it is the way Fogg changes. He begins as a man of routine, measured and cold. He ends as a man alive with love and loyalty. He discovers that the greatest journey is not around the world, but into the heart. And in the end, this story teaches us that determination can carry us through storms, that calmness in the face of chaos is powerful, that friendship and loyalty are treasures greater than wealth, and that love can surprise us, even when we are watching only the clock. Around the World in 80 Days is a reminder that life's true prize is not the bet we win, but the people we discover along the way. Thank you for watching. If you love classic books and would like to see more videos like this, subscribe to our channel. Every week we dive into another masterpiece to inspire your mind and heart. See you in the next one.